Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome to another video on the Giulia GT-AM. As you guys know, I've already done a review on this car. It is the only car here in the country. It's a very special thing. This car literally draws in crowds left, right and center, and rightly so. It is a special car. Well, first of all, you don't see any of these around because it's the only one here in the UK. But I'm all about creating memories and experience, and I've been fortunate enough to be given the opportunity to have my own memories in this car. So today, I'm gonna be taking this out with my friend Brad, who runs Cars with Brad. Make sure you check him out. A link in the description. I'll introduce you to him shortly and get his thoughts on what the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM is all about. So guys, here we are inside the Alfa Romeo Giulia GT-AM, and on my right, my good friend Brad. How are you, mate?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
How's things?
Not too bad. The weather's a bit shoddy, isn't it?
I know, I'm really gutted for you, because I've been fortunate enough to drive this absolute beast in the dry, because we are on Cup 2s, and unfortunately I'm not really going to be able to give it as much Wally as I wanted to. But
Wally?
Well, yeah, Welly.
It's alright.
See, he's always correcting me. But we've been really fortunate because we've gone out in some really incredible cars. You've taken me out in some incredible supercars, which is kind of what you do, isn't it?
Yeah. I think last time we were here, we were in the F8, was it?
We were F8 Tribute, yeah. So yeah, that was an absolute beast. And now we're in this. I thought I'd only return the favour and take you out in what really is probably one of my perfect cars. It's a massive car for me, and seeing as you've been around supercars, I'd love to gain your experience around, you know, what this feels like, what the interior's like, and then what the performance is like. So what's your initial thoughts?
Mate, well, this car is so track focused, it's bonkers. I mean, the first thing when you get in, before you even turn on the engine, you're just struck by this big empty space behind where you put your helmets.
Yeah.
So it's very track orientated.
Yeah.
But the finish in here is unbelievable.
It's lovely,
really comfortable.
So are you comfy in those seats?
Really comfy.
See, that's interesting. Maybe because you're quite
small.
Yeah,
you can say it.
Yeah, you're quite small. I find them a little bit more uncomfortable personally than the standard Quadrifoglio seats.
Okay.
But I could very much live with these for the track because they feel very club sporty, and that's what you'd want to kind of hug you, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, these feel really nice. These are some of more. Actually, to be honest, these are more comfortable than some of the supercars I've been in.
Nice. Tick for Alfa. Well
yeah,
done.
big tick Alfa there.
Yeah. And what about the looks, the styling? What do you think?
Unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, we've just come out of Cafe in the Machine.
Yeah.
And everyone just flocked around this car. Insane, it's just a magnet, isn't it?
So yeah, I think we've got a bit of clear road. I'm going to hope this looks relatively dry, but we're in race, so let's hope we don't bin it right. We'll see a grip test first.
Mate, was that just a test? Or?
No, I just went through it when I realised there was a little bit. Yeah, when I realised there was a bit of grip in first. I think because the other good thing with this is we've got Cup 2s.
I need to hang on to something.
We've got Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2S's on these, which is amazing because Alfa have always been Pirelli people, and you've driven a load of cars with Cup 2s, and you know how much they grip.
Brilliant.
Amazing tyre.
Sounds good.
It does, doesn't it?
I'm used to cars a lot shorter than this, so it's quite a long way back.
Yeah.
You can really hear it. It's a nice Italian sound, isn't it?
It is. It's not a kind of high-pitched scream noise. No. It's more of a deep, I was going to say deep throat. I don't leave it in. It's more of a deep verbal, if that makes sense. Yeah. And I think it works, and it's much more throatier than the standard Quadrifoglio.
So where's this rev line? 7,000?
It's just shy of 7. I'll do another first gear because I think we might have a bit more heat in the tyres.
Jeez, the torque as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of power there, isn't there?
When it grips, it really grips.
It sticks.
It's not the fastest thing I've ever driven. You know, Porsche 911 Turbo S is the fastest thing I've driven, but this gives me more emotion and character. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. And can we just talk about this handling as well? as a passenger, I can feel how planted it is. Is that translating through the wheel and as a driver?
And this is the really interesting thing as well, is like you guys, you know how often I rave. I've raved to you a number of times about how good the steering is on the Giulia Quadrifoglio.
Yeah.
Alfa have gone and developed the steering a little bit further, so they made this a little bit more responsive, and it's not much, but it's enough. If you've driven these enough, to feel it's so direct. It's even more direct.
I mean, feel it.
If I was just to show you minimal movement, look. So you have to be careful because it kind of keeps you on edge as well. But the acceleration.
I mean, this is a race car, isn't it? This is a race car.
Yeah. And we're on the kind of bumpy road mode now, so if I take it out, because this is the other thing, the feel, like you can feel it's quite track focusy right now, isn't it? It's a bit more stiff.
Yeah.
If I take it out of the race damper and put it into the mild damper, how much more usable is this? Like,
it's just completely changed the car.
It has, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit stiffer than the standard Quadrifoglio, but even though they've made change to the suspension, it's not compromised on its usability, which is, that for me is the biggest surprise.
Yeah. It's got two personalities.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde.
Literally.
And you can even like go into like normal mode and look.
That's impressive, isn't it?
So
the valves are closed.
Yeah, the valves are closed, but we like to go race mode because we're daredevils.
We're coming up to some great roads as well. There's some twisties coming up. This car's insane. It's not about speed, it's not about how fast it can go from 0 to 60.
Exactly.
It's the theatre, it's the details, it's the look of the car.
Yeah.
It's ticking so many boxes.
Yeah. Do you know what, that makes me really happy because I'm so glad, because like for you, like it's obviously it's a pleasure for me to get your opinion on this because of how many supercars you've driven, and to almost put this car up there on that level in terms of kind of the theatre and emotion it brings. That's a massive thing for Alfa, and they've nailed it with this car.
Absolutely.
Absolutely nailed it. It's just relentless. I mean, look, we're going to do a little handling bit now. I mean, look at this.
These are my favourite corners, these.
Look at this. Steering input minimal. Hard on the carbons. Coming around, look at this.
Wow, Stef.
Even though we lit the wheels up there, but you see how forgiving that was? That's insane. Like, that's insane. And everyone, like, when this first came out, there was a whole load of 150 grand, are you sure? And yes, there's an element of that, and I agree with that. But if you use this car properly for what it is, like on a track, that's where you get your money's worth. I mean, that's my opinion. Like, what's yours?
My jaw has literally just dropped. Yeah, I mean, this is up there. If you can't compare it to something like a supercar, and rightly so, they're two very different animals.
Yeah.
But honestly,
you look speechless.
Stef, it's those corners.
You look speechless.
They're two of my favourite corners on our way back from Cafe the Machine. I thought the F8 Tributo was pretty planted through there, but this is just.
It's stuck, isn't it?
It's on a par with the F8. We're talking supercar handling here.
Yeah. And that is how much?
240 odd grand.
It's mad, isn't it? So yeah, there you go, guys. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, and I'm going to see you all very soon on the next video, guys. See you later. Bye bye.